202, wind 230 degrees 8 knots.
On December 5th, 2016, an S-7 Airlines Airbus A320, during its arrival from Beijing, slid over 90 degrees on a snow-covered taxiway at Novosibirsk Tomolchevo Airport, narrowly avoiding a collision with a nearby parked Boeing 767. Miraculously, no one was injured. We've witnessed several terrifying incidents, from Air France Flight 358 to Southwest Flight 1248, where snow has caused planes to skid, leading to injuries, damaged aircraft, and, in the worst cases, tragic loss of life. One of the most devastating examples was in 2017, when Turkish Airlines Flight 6491 skidded off a snowy runway and crashed into a nearby village, tragically claiming the lives of 35 residents and 4 crew members. These incidents underscore just how critical it is to ensure complete snow removal from airport runways. In this video, we're peeling back the layers on how snow impacts taxiways and runways, and why winter weather is one of the biggest challenges in aviation. From understanding the slippery science behind snow and ice to exploring the sophisticated strategies airports use for snow removal, we're breaking down the crucial steps that keep your flights safe during winter's worst. So, let's begin. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of how airports tackle snow accumulation and clear runways for operations, let's first explore exactly how snow impacts these crucial surfaces and why it's so important to remove it. Snow, often referred to as a contaminant in aviation terminology, comes in various types and depths, each affecting plane takeoffs and landings differently. While not all types of snow pose the same level of risk, understanding these differences is crucial for maintaining safe airport operations. The cold contaminants that impact runways are generally categorized into dry snow, wet snow, and ice. Since dry snow is light and powdery, it is considered the least problematic of all the types. With a good estimated surface friction, or ESF rating, dry snow usually results in minor reductions in braking deceleration, meaning that it's easier for planes to stop. Wet snow, however, is heavier and stickier due to its higher moisture content, which makes it more challenging to manage. It has a lower ESF rating, leading to a more noticeable decrease in braking effectiveness and increased risk of skidding. But slush, a mix of snow and water, and ice are the most hazardous conditions for airport runways. Ice, in particular, creates a slick, hard layer on the runway surface, making it the most dangerous of all. With the lowest ESF rating, ice drastically reduces traction, making braking and maintaining control during takeoff and landing extremely challenging. The runway becomes so slippery that it's almost considered unsafe for landing or takeoffs. You can probably tell by now just how serious the threat of ice and snow can be. Given these significant risks, airports are always prepared to handle such situations in advance. To ensure that runway surface friction is kept at optimal operational levels, airports usually employ a combination of chemical treatments and mechanical methods. The most popular choice for de-icing is often the liquid de-icer that are used as a preventative measure, applied before snow or ice have a chance to stick to the surface. Imagine it like spraying or applying oil to a baking pan to prevent your cake from sticking. Common liquid de-icers include potassium acetate and propylene glycol. When applied to runways, these chemicals create a barrier between surface and ice that makes it easier to remove any snow that does accumulate. The main goal here is to prevent beforehand the snow and ice from bonding to the surface, making later cleanup much simpler. But then we have solid de-icers that are used when snow and ice have already accumulated and bonded to the runway surface. Solid de-icers work by creating holes in the snow and ice as they transition from solid to liquid. An example is sodium acetate anhydrous, which actually generates heat as it dissolves, helping to melt the ice and snow more quickly. This process is more energy intensive and requires more chemicals than the anti-icing approach, but it's necessary when snow and ice have already adhered to the surface. Basically, the main function of de-icers is to lower the melting point of snow and ice, turning them into a liquid brine solution. This brine helps to break the bond between the pavement and the ice, making it easier to clear the runway. The effectiveness of this process depends on the concentration of the active ingredients in the de-icer and the type of de-icer used. Now, in addition to chemical de-icers, airports also use mechanical equipment to remove snow and ice. High-speed brooms and plows are particularly effective at clearing runways when the snow is dry and temperatures are below 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Plows, with their large blades, push the snow off the runway surface, making them ideal for removing freshly fallen snow and handling substantial snow accumulations. Rotary brooms equipped with rotating brushes sweep away light to moderate snowfall and can be effective on icy surfaces when used with de-icing agents. Snowblowers, which utilize augers and fans to lift and throw snow, are particularly useful for deep snow accumulations and can clear large volumes quickly. To understand this simply, each type of mechanical de-icer serves a specific purpose. Plows are best for immediate snow removal. Rotary brooms are suited for brushing away lighter snow, and snowblowers excel in clearing heavy snow. Now, if you're thinking that the snow clearing process has ended here with just the brooms and plows, think again. There's still much more to it. After the snow is cleared, airports focus on two more key tasks. A, ensuring the runway meets the necessary safety condition, and B, making sure it remains clear for a reasonable period. For the first part, airports conduct thorough inspections. They use friction measurement devices, such as moo meters or grip testers, to check the coefficient of friction on the runway surface. This is crucial for assessing the grip available for aircraft tires, which directly affects the safety of takeoffs and landings. Alongside these measurements, visual inspections are carried out to spot any remaining slippery spots or patches of ice, ensuring that all potential hazards are dealt with. Then, to ensure runway safety, airports use a mix of de-icing and anti-icing techniques. For this, glycol-based fluids are heated and sprayed onto the runway surface to melt any remaining ice or snow. This helps clear the runway more effectively by eliminating ice and snow buildup. Following this, anti-icing agents like Type 2 and Type 3 fluids are applied to prevent new ice from forming. These agents create a protective layer that keeps the runway clear for longer. Though, during heavy snowfall, keeping all runways clear all the time becomes quite a challenge as the snow keeps piling up. Of course, delaying all flights isn't really an option, so airports have to be strategic about their snow removal efforts. To keep flights moving smoothly, they prioritize clearing primary runways that handle most of the traffic first to ensure operations continue without major interruptions. Next, they focus on runways with high traffic or those used by larger aircraft to prevent any disruptions. They also consider the operational needs of airlines and upcoming flight schedules to determine which runways need immediate attention. But yes, it's also true that snow removal operations do impact flight schedules. The need to clear runways and taxiways can lead to temporary closures or reduced availability of runway space, affecting takeoff and landing times. Plus, the extra time required for de-icing aircraft and ensuring safe runway conditions can contribute to delays. Though airports do their best to minimize these disruptions, severe weather often means changes to flight schedules. And there you have it. That's how airports ensure their runways stay operational, even through heavy snowfall. We hope we've covered everything you were curious about. Be sure to stay tuned for more deep dives into aviation and other fascinating topics.